It is recognized that climate change can have a negative impact on the nearshore marine environment, which is likely to impact small island states and the livelihoods of its people. Global warming and ocean acidification threatens the ability of coral reefs to recolonize and grow sturdy structures, which are home to the most biodiverse habitats in the ocean, with their presence essential to the survival of thousands of other marine species, many of which we rely on for food.
Climate change is predicted to be the biggest economic and livelihood problem affecting small islands like Grenada in the next 30 years and beyond. Temperature, including sea surface temperature, is expected to rise by 1.5 to 2 degrees Celsius. Increasing sea temperature would mean fish left in the open would deteriorate at a rapid rate. And poor quality fish would not only attract less prices, but it's also bad for human consumption.
A depleted biomass and damage to the ecosystem due to dying coral reefs and coastal habitats has forced fishers into deeper, more dangerous waters with limited equipment and resources. To help the fisher folk community in Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique develop resilience to climate change and improve fishing techniques and post-harvest of marine resources, the ICCAS project's Community Climate Change Adaptation Fund provided finance for marine and coastal conservation projects. The fisher folk in the rural parish of St. Andrew received financing and training to produce durable, insulated fiberglass ice boxes for the storage of fish aboard fishing vessels. Ice boxes were made for 30 fishermen, helping them to reduce spoilage at sea and increase their chances for export opportunities by landing high-quality fish.
The icebox will be helping them to increase the length of time they spend outside it, and therefore they'll have possibility of a larger catch and better quality fish.
In terms of durability compared to the ordinary plastic coolers, those boxes are guaranteed to last in excess of 10 years, and they can be repaired if damaged.
My normal day going out there and fish will be like, I leave at 3:30, try to be back here before 10 o'clock because you hold the fish quick because you gotta come back early. But when you have the ice box, we could stay much more longer.
I know you're gonna help me because I'll stay out like 2-3 days now instead of the day-to-day stuff. So then for me, it's great.
Fisher folk on the sister isles are adapting to climate change by using fishing aggregate devices or FADs for deep sea fishing. 4 FADs were constructed and deployed.
Climate change has made a tremendous impact on the livelihoods of fishermen. With the establishment of the MPA, it has created a number of inconveniences and displacement for fishermen. The normal thing for a guy to do is fish just within the bay, right here. They use their fish pots, they use their nets. But with that establishment, it means that they no more can practice those things. With the establishment of FAD at a precise coordinate, it allows them to go at a precise point where fish aggregate so they can actually choose the kind of fish that the market wants. It's not just about a fisherman now going and fish. It's about the science of fishing, fishing conservation. What kind of fish can we hold?
The FAD is a really good device. I've been fishing FADs for a while. I've seen the harvest that comes from FADs. As fishermen, we are looking to benefit from it.
As part of awareness for fisherfolk and the general public, an island-wide education campaign about lionfish was presented to communities around Grenada to address the threats that the invasive species pose to reef ecosystems and to establish a lionfish extraction and control program in coastal communities.
It's having a huge impact on the coral reef itself and a lot of the mangrove areas too, because these are important nursery areas and the lionfish feed on juvenile fish and other marine species. So we have the lobsters, shrimp, a lot of important fish species that we eat, consume, and that are important to the reef itself. So it's a huge problem for our marine resources here. So what we're trying to do is sensitize the population so that they're not negatively impacted by the lionfish sting itself, and also so that they are aware of what the lionfish is and what the impact is on the economy with regard to fisheries. If they catch the lionfish when they encounter it, bring it to the market, and the general population consume the fish, then they create financial incentive for the fishermen, and that also helps to improve food security and the livelihoods of the fishermen.
The protection of Grenada's coastline was a critical component of the ICCAS project. To address this issue, a conservation project was approved for the LEVERA RAMSAR site, the most diverse dry forest and mangrove ecosystem in Grenada.
Is approximately 25 hectares of mangrove in LEVERA. It's important for nesting site of turtle. It's a wildlife habitat for resident and migratory species of birds. The RAMSAR mission is the conservation and wise use of wetland resources.
The main aim of the project was to improve ecosystem health and protect biodiversity while educating and bringing awareness to neighboring communities about the social and economic value of natural resources found within the RAMSAR area.
This area is used for a lot of things, crab hunting, hunting of different wildlife. They actually use the pond to fish, to find fish and feed their family. Out here also is one of the main tourist attraction right now is the leatherback nesting, also on this beach. By us strengthening this ecosystem, these are actually going to benefit the locals, especially the pond. What we have been seeing over the years is a lot of fish just staying like that and just die during certain times. So we're trying to figure out what are the type of chemicals in the water, and by doing that we can actually maybe help solve the problem. So these people can actually catch better fish and feed their family. Also, we're trying to strengthen this area in terms of the wildlife around here, see what types of wildlife in here and how we can better manage it. We plant over 200 trees already. So far we have another 200 and something trees to put down, which is going to be strengthening the coastline along this beach. We're also going to be doing monitoring the reef along Sugarloaf there, seeing how healthy the reef is, and done an assessment on the reef. So we get the kids involved, and we have a couple locals which is been benefiting from that because they're getting paid to actually plant trees here as well.
I participated in a tree planting led by the Ocean Spirits. Two main plants were almond and grapes. We did this because all the trees, we need more trees to protect the turtles' eggs and for the sea not to wash away all the sand.
Supporting marine and coastal conservation projects was a critical component of the overall ICCAS project, which has helped communities in Grenada to adapt to climate change.